Coming to you live and uncensored. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm Oh So Fresh with my co-host, yet to be named.
That's me. We talk about everything from new gadgets, gizmos, politics, movies, and music.
And our very own personal stories, because you know a motherfucker has to keep it real.
My fucking mouth hurts, and I'll say pause on that because it hurts because of some orthodontic shit.
Orthodontic.
So if I'm a bit slurred, it's not because I'm still hungover, which was an issue in previous shows.
We've been pretty much like wasted on certain shows.
Yeah.
Let's put that out there.
And that motherfucker, he took the bong. I would like to say right now that my house smells like pumpkin spice. And you know why? Let me tell you why my house smells like pumpkin spice. Because somebody's girlfriend likes it.
And he's got some Nick Cannon playing in the background.
Motherfucker, you wear cologne because your girlfriend likes it. You don't fucking put a scent in your house because your girlfriend likes it.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that if he had a car, he'd fucking pumpkin spice up his car.
Yeah, I mean,
just to go pick her up and be like, "Hey, yeah, girl, yeah."
I think pumpkin spice is like that heat smell. Like a dog in heat. He's like, yeah, I want you to come over here, so I'm gonna spray this fucking pumpkin spice.
No, I don't get the fucking hype about this bullshit. Pumpkin spice, everything. Like you're seeing like meme photos on Facebook. You're getting more news on pumpkin spice than you are on like Donald Trump in North Korea.
And then I will walk into Starbucks and blow that motherfucker up. So,
why? Because you're gassy or what?
I am lactose intolerant. Oh.
Has anybody ever been allergic to a pumpkin?
Oh, lactose intolerant.
Back to my question: Is there like an allergy to pumpkin? I've never met anybody with an allergy.
I don't know. Not a lot of people eat pumpkin, and there's not a lot of pumpkin in the pumpkin spice products.
Well, I'm saying like Halloween. Like, are you walking around?
Who eats pumpkin on Halloween?
Some people can touch peanuts and they fucking die. All I'm saying is there's somebody who's
that's called natural selection. Like if you die from touching peanuts, maybe you just weren't meant for this world.
Well, like my sister, she can literally lick the shell of a peanut and she'll break out in hives, dude. Like if she eats one, my God.
I have to say, I feel for you because if you were not able to enjoy honey roasted peanuts when they were hot,
yeah.
Dude, I used to want to take a plane because that was the only place I knew where to get honey roasted peanuts.
100%, no questions asked. Honey roasted peanuts.
Like your life is incomplete. But the pump, I know it's fall now.
It is.
Is that what? I think that's why the motherfucker was able to buy that fucking pumpkin spice.
That's exactly it. Is because fall and Halloween they go in tandem, right? So if you had fall and no Halloween, no pumpkin spice. If Halloween was in the spring, no fucking pumpkin spice.
You wouldn't have to go to that.
Right. None of that shit would happen. Why? Because you don't have fucking ripe pumpkins in spring.
But that takes me back to my other point that there's no pumpkin in fucking pumpkin spice.
Okay, before we get into this, I got two questions. Number one, did you fix the fucking power settings on your laptop?
Yes, I did.
And number two, did you know that this is the Hype Podcast? I am the host with no name.
I am DJ Oh So Fresh,
a.k.a. Diesel Fresh. And we
drop a bomb on it.
And we are kicking it with you every single Sunday. We got a great show for you today. We're gonna do a little bit of updates on some things that might be hard for the ears to hear, and other things that are beautiful that you're gonna love to hear, like all the pumpkin spice products that you could ever imagine in your entire life. Why Oso thinks he needs an Xbox One when he can't even find his Nintendo in his own house. Some more news on North Korea, and our beloved K-Pam is going out of business.
Now, and if you want to hit us up, talk to us, say some shit to us. I mean, you three motherfuckers that listen. Then you should hit us up on the Hype line. That's 442-999-HYPE.
I'm going to take you through a couple testosterone tips for men that are bogus, and I will tell you why. And it's actual science. It's not fucking retarded bullshit.
I mean, when you're bitch ass, you should know.
Yeah. My bitch ass. And speaking of science and testosterone, we're going to take a look at the WWE back in the day when it was dope and what it's like now. Because I don't approve.
And you know what? We're going to try and do this all in 30 minutes.
Oh, we're going to do the shit out of this in 30 minutes. Pause.
Now, back to my pumpkin spice. Now, I just want to run through a few of the pumpkin spice products that are available today. So, you can get pumpkin spice pretzels, a pumpkin smash smoothie at Jamba Juice,
That might not be terrible.
pumpkin spice Cheerios,
I'm going to pass on those.
Werther's Original pumpkin spice caramels.
Don't you ever fuck with Werther's Originals.
How
leave
do you
those sons of
have
bitches
a
alone.
pumpkin spice caramel?
You don't. You leave it fucking caramel.
So you just add more sugar. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, basically. You had some fucking pumpkin bullshit.
Pumpkin spice Oreos,
I don't know about it.
Coffee Mate pumpkin spice flavor.
See that coffee and pumpkin spice I could almost go with.
And then, for all my Bill Cosby fans, pumpkin spice Jello pudding.
No fucking way. Dude. You put the pumpkin in the Jello and you mix it.
Ladies, if Bill Cosby offers you pumpkin spice Jello pudding, actually, if anybody offers you Jello pudding, stay clear.
yeah, steer clear of that shit.
Pumpkin spice Dunkin' Donuts, which I would go to.
Well, no, I'm not doing that.
Pumpkin spice Philly cream cheese.
I'm going to say Philly did not have that in mind when...
Hey, next year it'll be pumpkin spice Philly cheese steak.
Oh, dude, vomit in my fucking mouth.
Pumpkin spice Pop-Tarts. And the last one that really got me. Tasty Jamaican pumpkin spice mild Caribbean style salsa.
Whoever invented that needs to be punched in the face because none of that goes together. The pumpkin spice and pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts, I could probably be into that.
Well, anything, most of this, the only thing that gets me is the salsa. The rest of it is just sugar.
But,
Hey, let's find a different flavor of sugar to sell you.
yeah, right.
Because I will tell you straight off that if you have not recognized this yet, my people, my fans, let me let you know that sugar is a serious fucked up addiction. And I hope...
Dude, it's the worst addiction.
It is the worst because I totally wake up and crave shit. I had a soda this morning because I needed that.
No, you want to know what's fucked up is with cigarettes, you can tell that shit's fucked up. You can tell cigarettes are fucked up. You can tell alcohol is fucked up. Why? Try and smoke 2 or 3 cigarettes in a row. You're going to fucking vomit.
Yeah.
Try and drink too much alcohol. You're going to vomit. What happens when you eat sugar all fucking day? So maybe you have a sugar crash. Maybe
Like
some people.
Like when you go to the movies.
Right.
Like I'm going to eat this shit all the way through. And the thing is with sugar has the same effect on you as alcohol, which they're basically the same thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the psychosis that goes along with alcohol.
Right.
So you're basically going through the same effects.
If you put those two attributes side by side of the effects of sugar and alcohol, you line those things up side by side. There is very, very similar, like, shit it does to your brain, right?
Yeah.
It changes your attitude, your mood, everything. Like, go eat sugar for an entire fucking day, and then, boom, cut it cold turkey.
It's just,
you'll be throwing tantrums like a fucking toddler.
It's alcohol without losing the hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, right.
Basically. And then, the pinnacle of this combination is fucking Fireball.
Dude.
Fireball's
the devil.
Why is it so effective? Because it is sugar on top of alcohol.
What do you think? What do you think? Fucking Four Locos were like killing people, dude. Caffeine, sugar, and booze.
Yeah, and look at Jägermeister.
God,
hey, those Germans are still doing fucked up shit to you.
Yeah. I always imagined it was like the fucking the Avengers movie, like Hail Hydra. Like Hydra's not this like incorporated fucking mass terrorist group. Nah, they're the ones selling you sugar and soda and candy and fucking all that bullshit. They're the ones making the fucking pumpkin spice everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
them. That's them. No, it's the Russians.
Yeah, dude, they're all connected. Those fucking Eastern European dicks.
The Germans and the Russians, they're not connected.
Dude, they're all connected.
They're all connected.
They're all fucking
I mean, they're all
connected.
connected by land.
Yeah.
Like you can drive from one to the other.
No, all that shit's connected. It's all a conspiracy to make money.
I mean, because the Germans, they make money, and the Russians are fucking broke.
Yeah, it's because they fucking spend all their money on vodka.
And sell us shitty cars.
Yeah, they do. But in Russia's defense, one of their major highways to their capital is still made out of mud. So
Oh, their infrastructure's horrible.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the,
Yeah, if you're moving to Russia for infrastructure, you're fucked.
all the Steven Seagal's going to turn that fucking place around.
You might as well just go to China.
Did you hear about that? Yeah, Steven Seagal's now a Russian citizen. Now they have to deal with his fucking bullshit and lies.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They take him, but they wouldn't take Lee Harvey Oswald.
Right. Well, they wouldn't let Lee Harvey Oswald out of the fucking country anyway.
Yeah.
The powers that be kept that boy in check like that.
Not they let him get shot. I don't think that was too in check.
No, dude. Oh, please. You know how I feel about that. I'm a firm believer they did that shit on purpose.
Oh, they did do that on purpose.
Yeah, I guarantee.
Because some of the documents that came out this week, there's a bit of a connection between
Thank
Jack Ruby
Yeah.
and JFK, between some stripper
Yeah.
that kind of disappeared.
Marilyn Monroe.
No, not Marilyn Monroe.
No, I know, but I just wanted to call her a stripper.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
she was a drug addict and fucking... She's a whore, basically. And people are like, oh, she's such an icon.
What makes her a whore?
No, she literally had sex for money. That's what makes her a whore. Yeah, that's a thing. No, and I'm into huge conspiracy theories because I love that shit. It's hilarious and it's fun. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, break out your tinfoil hats, boys. We're going down the rabbit hole. Like, no, but I firmly believe that some weird shit happens that we don't know about. And it's just really fun to think about.
Well, if you really think about your own life, there's a lot of weird shit that happens that you never talk about.
Right.
Like,
you watch some weird shit go down and you're like, that really just fucking happened?
Yeah, or I end up in some weird shit.
Yeah.
You know, you have a moment. I mean, let's say you sharp.
Yeah.
Who's gonna know?
Yeah.
But if you got Secret Service around, they're gonna know.
Yeah,
They're gonna know you sharted.
Yeah, they're gonna
'Cause
fucking know instantly.
We're in Air Force One and it smells like shit and you're not moving.
Right.
You sharted.
First of all, if you're sharting yourself on Air Force One, we got a problem.
You know, I'm just saying these sharp. Let's just call them sharp moments.
Yeah.
These sharp moments, there's plenty of them, and if they were all documented in your life would not. I mean, they could paint a nasty picture of you.
They really could. Yeah. And since we're on the topic of shardy moments, there was a couple shardy moments that I found over this last week to be quite disturbing.
Like what?
Well, you know how the basis of every conspiracy theory is like one major event and then trailing off minor events around it to kind of clean up effort, if you will.
It's all based on the moon landing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, once you get people talking about your conspiracy, and this is complete, you know, Jason Bourne style nonsense that I'm throwing at you here.
Yeah.
You gotta clean up the little voices, not spouting off your fucking stories. Well, 2 people from the Vegas shooting that survived it.
Yeah.
Two people in the last 2 weeks have mysteriously died. And it's life. It happens. Would we have ever heard about these things if they weren't in that situation to begin with? No. They would have been just regular people who just, one of them had a seizure. She had seizure medication. Coincidence? Most likely.
Well, if you really track, I mean, how many people were at that concert? Like,
Oh, a shit ton.
like 10,000?
Yeah. Let me get through it.
I mean, out of 10,000, yeah, somebody's going to die in a month.
All right. So another set of people that died was a couple. They were at the Route 91 concert while the shooting took place.
Molly.
They died in a car accident just this last Wednesday, and a mysterious car accident on a country road. Now, I love thinking about the ins and outs of these entire things because you get those people that are like, I read one guy's little fucking paragraph. He's like, the entire thing was a false flag. There's no reports of anybody going to hospitals with bullet wounds. Bullshit. I know people that had best friends that were there. Like a girl I went to high school with, her best friend was actually killed.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's local ties. Like it's not one of those, oh yeah, the media just did it, crisis actors. Like no. And like I said, that shit's fun to think about. I've been in TV, I've been in, movie production, I've been in radio. I've done all that stuff. You can do a lot of stuff with cameras. A lot of stuff.
Hey, you can.
Yeah, you can just do a lot of stuff. So it's fun to think about. Not people dying in real life, but if you take a moment and you go, man, if that was one big production, that shit would have been crazy. Like that would have been the best horror movie you could ever see. Look at the dude. Exactly. Look at the Washington D.C. sniper. Remember that dude?
Shooting out of the trunk of a fucking car.
Out of the trunk of his car. They made a fucking movie about that. You want to know how creepy that shit was? Creepy as fuck.
I didn't see the movie.
Oh, dude, they made a documentary about it. They made a TV movie and an actual movie of it. And the one that I watched was called The DC Sniper, and that was scary as fuck.
Great name.
Yeah, it was scary as fuck because it actually happened. Like that shit, it really sinks in when these things go live, and you're like, man, this is some weird fucking shit, right? Well, let me top off this weirdness for you. The brother of the alleged shooter that they interviewed, he said, "Oh my God, I never would even thought my brother would have done something like that." Guess what this guy's arrested for just this last week? Apparently, he's involved in a child porn ring. Now, what are the three things that they do in a conspiracy? They tie up loose ends, number one. They discredit people involved in the situation, right? So they can't, this guy can say whatever he wants now. Oh no, he's just some fucking weird pedo bear. Like they don't give a fuck what he says.
And once they bust out the kiddie porn,
it's done. It's done.
You're done.
Yeah.
Even if it was implied.
Yeah. And the third thing is they give you a narrative and they stick to it. That's it. So what happens when you get discredited? Nobody listens to an alternate narrative. Look at the it's a documentary. It's about Stanley Roenick. This guy, he sees UFOs all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I love that type of shit. I love aliens, UFOs, blah blah blah.
Do they find him with kiddie porn too?
Allegedly, yeah.
I mean, that is the best way to discredit.
Right. Now, and if at the end of this documentary, it's so fucking scary because 2 and 3 years before any of this happened, any of his alleged government contacts, like people threatening him, weird phone calls, shit like that, 2 or 3 years before, it's documented in the court system that FBI has the ability to wirelessly hack, put shit on your computer, whatever they want to do. And that's not far-fetched. To me, that's not far-fetched.
That's very simple.
Very simple. For somebody with those skills, fuck yeah, you can do all that shit that you want.
Yeah.
Whatever. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to stop you. The average person, I'm a tech guy. I've been a tech guy for 10 fucking years. Do I know anything about that or how to do it? No. Not even a 0.15%.
And I don't have time to review all the code in my operating system,
right,
to not know if they put a backdoor in there. Because Apple could put a backdoor in there.
Right.
Google could put a backdoor in there. Microsoft could.
I'm willing to bet money the feds could call your internet service provider right now and be like, we need access to OhSoFresh's account.
There's no privacy to that.
None whatsoever. So they give up your information like that because it's the feds. And, they can get warrants. They can do whatever they want, right?
Obviously, they don't want me because I've been a bootlegger for a long time.
And by bootleg, he means alcohol, prohibition, none of this other stuff that you might be implying.
No kiddie porn.
No kiddie porn, no movies, no nothing. So, yeah, it's just fucking crazy.
I'm not going to jail over that copy of Chunky Chicks. Sorry.
It's okay. Porn's not even porn anymore. It's just ridiculous. There's no point in even downloading it. You just watch it online.
Oh, we must watch Dick and Morty before we...
Dick and Morty. Oh, God.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. And if you got to take it somewhere, take it somewhere, Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just got to get it together. Get your shit together.
Dude, speaking of getting it together, I just got to put a shout out. I don't know if he's going to listen because they only get like 18 websites in their country.
In the pen.
But Kim Jong-un, you need to get your shit together, man. Even China's telling you to fucking knock it off with this nuclear shit now.
Before you go in on him, I do need to let you know that we have a sponsor.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
Yeah. Sorry you sponsored us. But Fortress Property Management, which is, I think it's been around for like the last decade. It's one of the leading.
I've heard of them, actually.
It's one of the leading property management companies in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a sponsor of the Hype Podcast. Let's give them some applause.
Yeah. Shout out to Fortress Property Management.
If you do have housing needs, you can give them a call at 503-752-8519. Hey, great people over there. Make sure you give them a call. I mean, if you're looking for a place to live.
So where are they based at in Portland? Like
their actual office is in Gresham. So they run the east side, but they do have great properties in Northwest and Southwest. So whatever your income level, whatever you're trying to do, Fortress Property Management can make it happen for you.
I might have to hit them up. What's that phone number again?
That's 503-752-8519.
Yeah, because the papers are actually in on my house right now. So I might be looking for some property here, maybe in the Portland area. I don't know yet.
To rent?
Buy, whatever. You know?
They do rentals.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, if it's worth it.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. Got enough land? Fuck yeah. I might.
Oh, yeah. Or they might be able to manage your property for you.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great.
Yeah, but shit, they should manage my fucking yard. Right? So thanks again to Fortress Property Management. Now we need to go back to Asia. Hey, hold on. We were having this conversation.
Oh God, you're gonna fucking bring this shit up again
before the show started. And I don't know if we have any Asian listeners, but there is definitely a distinction from country to country.
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, you can't say this. You cannot say this for as a matter of fact. I at least get like, if this was a 50-50, you get like 49.5, and I get the 50.5 because I've been out of the country.
Yes, you do.
Canada doesn't fucking count for you. I don't even know.
No, you fucking win on your world travels. Yes, you do. But there are distinctions between Asians from different countries.
Not all the time. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Like for example, we can look at this article where it has a bunch of Chinese and North Korean folks standing side by side. There is a minor distinction. Yes. Okay. Look, old dude, young dude. If you make them the same fucking age, man, you're not gonna be able to tell unless you are 100% familiar with these guys.
Yeah, but you know what totally fucks up your theory, bro? Is how white people can identify Jews like from a mile away. Seriously, I'm telling you, like I was a grown ass man before I still can't identify a fucking Jew.
Dude,
White guy.
I can't either. Okay, I'll fully admit it. Unless they got their what is it, the little the yarmulke or whatever the fuck it is. Unless they're wearing one of those, I don't know.
But obviously, some white people are so good at identifying Jews that they would do evil things to them. We won't go into what happened. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Now you're just fucking making Hitler references, and I don't appreciate it. Okay.
No, but I mean, the KKK hates Jews.
Yeah, but the KKK.
How do they even fucking pick them out?
The KKK also probably invented fucking Walmart, dude. I could not tell you the difference between a fucking Canadian and an American unless they talk.
I can tell you the difference between African American and African.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean,
really, I could say that fucking Junior looks like a fucking African because
Junior doesn't look like African.
Yes, he does.
No, he looks.
There you go.
He looks 100% American Negro.
There you go. Because you're black. All of a sudden, you fucking know everything about black people. No,
I don't know everything about black people.
No, I got a white friend.
I'm just saying, Asian to fucking Asian, they can fucking tell. Hey, you're not from here.
Yeah, see, I think you're full of shit. I think you're just sitting there like, yeah, well, I could tell black people apart. I know Asians can tell. They're smart. They can tell each other apart.
Latinos can tell each other apart.
Dude, not all of them. Latinos are drunk 90% of the time anyway.
A dude from Mexico can tell a dude's Puerto Rican.
How do you know? Go find me a Mexican dude, and he's like, yeah, pointing out fucking Puerto Ricans like raccoons on the freeway. Bam, bam.
LZ.
What about him?
LZ can point out a Puerto Rican from a mile away.
LZ's not even fully Mexican.
He's not Mexican.
There you go.
He can point out Mexican too. He's from Guatemala.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And you know, it's fucked up. I just assumed, and I'm really racist, but I assumed his wife was Latino too.
Yeah.
But she's Filipino.
Yeah.
I just assumed.
Now isn't
Because she had dark hair, dark features.
now this is a question, not a statement. Isn't like Filipino, Latin, and Asian mix?
a bit because the Spanish ruled. The Philippines.
Because I know like
the Spanish-American War.
The Pacific Islanders are like, I think Asian and Hawaiian and part Latino. I don't know. That's a question.
I don't know how good the canoes were back then.
Yeah. I don't know. Native Americans went whale fishing. I mean, who the fuck knows, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, weird shit can go down. Is my point. No, but I got a buddy. He's 100% full blood fucking Irish.
Yeah.
You can't tell the difference between me and that dude. Besides, he has tattoos. That's it. He doesn't fucking sound Irish. He doesn't look Irish. He looks like a fucking white dude who has a bunch of tattoos that might ride a fucking motorcycle with a leather vest.
But you gotta tell me, how can I pluck a Russian out?
Pull out a bottle of vodka. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, you can tell when you see a Russian. Not like 100%, but maybe it's mannerisms.
Maybe, yeah. No, I see what you mean in that perspective, because my buddy, he is full blood Russian as well. Like his parents are both from Russia, and you can tell by looking at them. You can flat out tell because they're old. Him, there is a different mannerism to him, but if you put him and I side by side and said nothing, you'd be like,
Well, I take a look. I think there's something in the features because I'm just like, that's a different kind of white guy. No, Russians. No, I have to say, I mean, Russians.
Well, then riddle me this: why are all white people responsible for slavery? Then, if you could tell the difference, why the fuck is that? Why is it a thing?
I'm not. I've never marched against Russians.
Oh, so they're not white; they're Russian all of a sudden.
No, I'm just saying.
That's like different forms of Asian people. Back to what I was saying.
different degrees of racism towards white people.
Yeah. No, for example, China is now telling North Korea, "Hey, you better simmer down on these nuclear tests. We don't want a fucking mishap and you to irradiate half our population." So,
which is like 100 people for every 5 feet.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you do one train and kill fucking 3% of the population.
Yeah, a grenade goes off, like 100,000 people are dead.
I totally get what you're saying in that aspect, because when you look at North Koreans and Chinese folks, I'm sure there is a distinct difference. You know, like impoverished, starving North Koreans that are, you know, being tortured all the time, and then Chinese people who are just in crowds all the time.
And I can distinguish white people from Southeast Portland.
Yeah.
Just saying. In Gresham, you sorry? I can pick them out of the lineup even better than the Russians.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just think I don't think a lot of people can. I think we are more knowledgeable and more aware than most people.
We woke.
I think. Oh God, fuck you. I think most people spend their lives, you know, staring at their fucking phone and not paying attention to who's who and what and things like that. And if you disagree, hit us up, 442-999-HYPE, or hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/The Hype Podcast.
We're also on the gram. It's at The Hype Podcast. Our Twitter handle's exactly the same. And, you know, I've been working over at the local venue, the Rose Quarter.
The venue?
The venue. And I had the chance to experience WWE Raw.
Dude, that was the best shit ever back in the day. Like, I went when The Rock was still performing. Whoo, that shit was dope.
I think that's one of the issues they run into. And I had gone to wrestling like when I was little.
Yeah.
You know, so I really didn't. I know more about how things are produced now, so it's a different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
And watching the production on it, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But the trickery that they pull to make it seem bigger than it is amazing too.
It really is. There's a lot. People don't know there's a lot of downtime between these wrestling matches.
Oh yeah, you could be sitting there for 10-15 minutes.
Easy. It's like a Macklemore concert, but you don't have to get lectured.
And there's just it's basically getting lectured because they're showing a shitload of commercials.
That's true. They're trying to fucking sell you shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like, oh yeah, I know you're not watching TV, but here's some commercials for some shit we got.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like the audience and like the Tonight Show, where they have like the sign that flashes like applauds and cheers.
But I'd say the upside to it is, and I notice this with all the stuff that I work there, is what people get out of it.
You know, for me, when I went, it was nostalgia because I grew up with the Hulk Hogan, the Big Show, Andre the Giant, like all those
Ultimate
guys.
Warrior, Macho Man.
Yeah. I into Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Hardy Boys, you know, like The Rock, Mankind, all those guys. I grew up with those guys.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah, right. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh my God. Jersey Animal Steel.
Yeah.
Oh, he fucking ripped the turnbuckle edge. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So, but for me, and I'm saying this candidly for all the shows that I work, but the joy, the fucking gratification people get from this shit is amazing. Just, I mean, you know what? Fuck if it's fake. Because one guy, I was standing next to one guy, he's like, yeah, too bad it's fake. And I said, you know what? If I can suspend disbelief long enough to watch a fucking Marvel movie, then I can suspend disbelief to watch this motherfucker jump from 10 feet up and land flat on his belly.
Dude, let me ask you this. Okay, why do people go to magic shows? They know magic's bullshit, right? They want to be fucking wowed. When the guy climbs up to the top of the cage and jumps 20 feet and body slams somebody, he's still fucking doing that.
He's still jumping 20 feet.
He's still doing that. When they're climbing a ladder and they knock the fucking ladder down and he goes sailing down to the mat and crashes on his fucking head. That just happened.
Oh, they did have a steel cage match and that was pretty dope.
Yeah, those are real fucking things. That's real. It's like theater. You're in a fucking play, and you get to be involved in that play. You don't have to sit there and be like, shh, watch it happen. No, you can get in there.
Well, the issue I kind of run into is there's really, they just never replaced The Rock.
No, you can't. Or like a Stone Cold Steve Austin. That guy was the shit.
Or a Goldberg.
Yeah. Or Triple H. That guy
Triple H in his prime.
Yeah, it's fucking. Oh, they were great.
But you know, I mean, Cena's cool.
You know my problem.
He's a bit of a wigger.
No, my problem with John Cena is he's too much like a wannabe Kurt Angle.
You think so?
Yeah, because Kurt Angle was like the pretty boy, the goody two shoes. You know,
eat your vitamins.
Yeah. He was like the Captain America of WWE.
Well, Cena, he's like Captain America, but I'm cool with the brothers.
No, you know what he is? If he was like anybody, he'd be fucking Rhodey from Iron Man. He'd be like War Machine to Iron Man.
Really?
Yeah. Because he's just like, yeah, I'm in there. I'm cool as fuck. But I'm not really the main character. I'm not the main guy.
Does he even wrestle anymore?
I don't think so. I think he just bullshits.
Oh.
Yeah, he just fucks around.
No, I know, like, they end up paying, like, after those guys stop wrestling, they end up paying them just to show up.
Yeah, cameo and all that shit.
Yeah, The Rock still makes good money with WWE.
Yeah. Well, no, and here's the thing. So like when you get like a John Cena who, you know, he comes and goes now, kind of like The Rock does, but unfortunately he's not a Dave Bautista or he's not a Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's not a Hulk Hogan. You can't. You come back and some people are just like, oh yeah, John Cena, cool. If Hulk Hogan showed up, they'd be like, oh shit.
You have to say that Hulk Hogan was the Michael Jordan of fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
Like before Hulk Hogan, it was some shit.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was very. I mean, it was. I just take back how wrestling worked. Wrestling was actually regional before the WWF came in and came up with this national product. But before that, it was all small circuits.
Yeah, exactly.
Same amount of fake,
dude. If you had to go in order of operations, Hulk Hogan is like the Michael Jordan. The Rock is like the Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
You know, like they're both amazing in their own era, but Hulk started that shit. Like he was like, we're gonna fucking run wild on everybody, brother.
I think, to me, I think The Rock is more like a LeBron.
Nah, he's not that much of a tool.
Not to call him a tool. I'm just saying that he's the big, the only one you can really compare to.
No, see, to me, I would actually go with like a John Cena's more like a LeBron. Like he thinks oh yeah, I've fucking done it, everything. I'm the legacy, when he's really fallen in the shadow of like Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, and The Rock. He's like, yeah, I'm the shit. I've done it all. I don't care about nothing else. Like, no, you haven't. Like your ego's done everything you could possibly do. Just because you've done a couple fucking movies that flopped on Netflix, you're not doing like the Fast and Furious franchise. You're not doing fucking the movie Doom, which I still love. The Rock did in 2005. It was a great movie ever. I love it.
Like based off the video game?
Yeah, it was fucking great. Carl Urban was in it. It was fantastic. No, then you got Dave Bautista doing the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's fucking dude. These guys are killing it. And then you got John Cena, who's like, he's doing okay. Fucking killing it.
You know, and if you look at revenue, because of the timing, I'm sure career-wise, Cena's made more money.
Maybe, yeah.
Than Hogan, probably just because of the timing of it.
I don't know. The Hulkster got $115 million for fucking his neighbor's wife.
Oh, he just got that one. But there was another video I was watching on YouTube, and they were talking about the future of the WWE, and they were like, "Did you notice nobody has a finishing move anymore?"
Yeah, no, that's the other thing too. That's the other thing I fucking miss, dude. What do you think of when I say, "Oh yeah, The Rock's about to fucking lay the smackdown on your candy ass"?
Yeah.
The people's elbow, the most electrifying move in sports entertainment. Boom.
Hey,
what do you think with Hulk Hogan?
The leg drop.
Yeah. The fucking Hulkster leg drop.
After he did the leg drop, it was over.
Yeah, it was done, bro.
It was fucking over.
Fucking done.
Hey, excuse me. One of my favorites, and glad he's off drugs now, but Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
When he did the DDT.
Right.
He'd do the DDT, and then, he'd wrap you up, get the 3 count, then he'd grab a snake.
Yep.
That shit doesn't happen now.
No.
And that was something I noticed being at the match was, like, none of the stars really stood out to me.
They don't have any flair anymore.
And I do
pun intended. Woo!
And I do have to say, the women's part,
No, it's gotten bad.
it seemed less realistic.
No, you want to know why? Because you don't have divas like China anymore. They're not all steroided up, fucking ready to rock and roll. They look like little Instagram models now.
They do.
That's it.
The women were short. I mean, like China was what, like 6 foot,
fucking beast,
5'10" at least.
That broad had bigger bicepts than me.
These girls look like they were like 5'4".
Yeah,
I mean, they look very. I mean, they're very average. I mean, they didn't even look muscular enough to be runners.
No.
And it just like the quality of their match. The matches I saw, there were 2 or 3 girl matches, and the ones I saw, I was just like, this is lackluster.
Dude, let's be real though. The WWE is like the fucking airlines, dude. They're never going out of business. Never. They can get as shitty as they want. They can fucking take away your peanuts. They can take away your signs. Make you sit there with popcorn and just fucking shoving food down your face.
If you want to be perfectly honest, if the WWE was going to go out of business, it probably would take about, 10 years?
At least. And you know what's going to happen before then? They're going to start having these dudes fucking marketing products like those commercials.
They'll still, and I mean, think about how long ago Atari went out of business.
Yeah.
And they still sell shitty Atari consoles.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And they've been out of business. I mean, the video game crash was in 83, so it's been like 35 years.
Yeah. And I think you've bought every single one of those systems.
I do. I own a Atari Flashback. I own an NES Classic, and I own an SNES Classic that I couldn't find this morning.
Yeah, that was fun. And now you want an Xbox One to lose to? You want to just fucking throw that somewhere in your life?
No. Here's my argument on the Xbox One. Like all the games, like the Xbox One came out 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think so.
So I still have my 360.
Okay.
And for me, as much as I play, it's not a value in the least bit for me to go buy a brand new gaming system because I don't play enough.
You just like having them sitting around the house.
But when the sequel to games that you really love on the system you have now start coming out, like as soon as I saw the commercial for Red Dead Redemption,
yeah,
I was like, okay, no, it's time.
It is about that time.
It's just a few things. I mean, for that, a new Saints Row. I mean, when the sequels start coming out and you're ready, like, okay, well, yeah. And we're far enough into the life cycle of the Xbox where I can go buy it and get a good deal on it.
That's true.
Because we were looking to offer up, and we saw one with 2 controllers for like $120.
Damn, no way.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
And, you know, you do start to look at the quality. You play your Xbox, then you see some screenshots, and you go, okay, that shit is fucking crisp.
That's true. But now, see, I got to get this out. I'm gonna digress here for just a second, because I know we got to wrap this up and get the fuck out of here. But have you heard all this nonsense coming out recently? And we're just talking about WWE and steroids and shit like that.
Yeah.
I saw this list online the other day. It's like, oh yeah, top like 5 tricks to increase your testosterone for men, and one of them.
Fucking.
Yeah, right. No, one of them was like, if you masturbate once a day for 7 days, your testosterone increases by 43%. Okay, let me tell you. I'm not even going to go into science on this one for you. I'm just going to tell you, if that was real, you know how many fucking men would be jerking off more than they do now? How fucking retarded is that shit?
I mean, that could be real. I mean, how many? You have to calculate how many men actually give a fuck about their actual testosterone level.
Dude, no. Everybody would be doing it. If you didn't have to fucking take steroids to fucking boost your testosterone, dude, all you had to do was jerk off. We would be fucking doing it all the time.
Oh, especially athletes. I'm just saying. I was thinking average dude, because like there's a lot of average dudes that have no idea what the fuck is going on with their testosterone level.
No, very, very much. But I'm saying, you're putting shit out like on the internet like this. You don't think like pro athletes would be all up on that shit?
I mean, if I raised my testosterone, you said 43%?
43%.
I would have a full beard, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Everybody would have a full head of hair. Yeah. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron would be going at it, right?
Right?
Yeah. He's like, fuck them implants.
Another thing that got me is they say, well, if you end your shower in the morning with cold water, ice cold water. Now, don't get me wrong. That wakes you up. Definitely gets the blood flowing.
That makes me leave the shower.
Right.
Period.
Yeah. It'll fucking wake you up instantly. Again, if 30 seconds in ice cold water increased my testosterone by 17%, I'd be jerking off in an ice cold shower every fucking day.
Yeah, because I would feel good all day.
Yeah.
And I would just tell you straight up, if I turn the water to ice cold, it wouldn't wake me up. It would make me jump out the shower and go lay in my bed in the fetal position, trying to recover some kind of warmth.
Yeah,
welcome to Goosebump Island.
Yeah, no, this is the other thing that gets me is like, those fucking ab belts, the electronic ab belts. Oh, sit at your desk and get ripped 6-pack abs. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. Again,
fuck you. That shit works for me.
Every fucking athlete on the planet would be doing that shit. Like Bruce Lee did it back in the 70s because he was ripped, because somebody paid him fucking thousands of dollars. Like, hey, wear my ab belt in your movie. And he was like, cool, pay me money.
Cool.
Yeah. You want to know what gets you ripped abs and ripped muscles? Fucking exercise. That's what it does.
It does help.
That's it. You can't sit there and just like electronic pulses into your fucking muscles. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure it has health benefits for like muscle recovery, maybe loosening up tense muscles. But no, you're not getting fucking 8-pack abs from a goddamn ab belt.
Well, the benefit of having a well-sculpted body and why you're admired for having it is because it shows work and dedication.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why people go, yeah. Because, I mean, if you could instantly get it done, it probably would not, nobody would really give a fuck.
Yeah, nobody'd care at all.
I mean, because it shows he works hard. He takes care of himself. He's into his body. He's his temple.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And so here's another thing that got me too.
I'm trying to skeet to 43%.
Yeah, right. No, and another thing was, well, if you up your meat intake to a pound of 93% lean hamburger every day for 4 days, you can increase your testosterone by 11 to 13%. And I'm like, okay, dude. First of all, Simply eating meat does not fucking increase your testosterone 11 to 13%. You have to be active. You have to exercise. You have to do things.
You need to process those calories.
Yeah. You have to do shit. You can't just sit there and fucking eat meat. And again, I'm not going into like science on this whole thing. I'm just going from what I know, being an athlete myself my entire fucking life.
Hey, you have a nice build there. Pause. I mean, there's no booty texting going on.
All I'm
here.
saying, I love the little tricks that they put out there to you. Maybe they work for some. Maybe they've worked for like 1% of the people. But
hold up.
Yeah. But yeah, don't give me this fucking cosmopolitan pseudoscience, get fit in 10 minutes fucking bullshit. And that's my rant.
Get fit right now.
Speaking of right now, I'm going to get the fuck out of here right now. So if you don't know, now you know. Oh, so it's about that time to go. I am the host with no name.
I'm DJ Also Fresh.
And you're kicking it with the Hype Podcast every single Sunday. We're going to have a new show for you next week because that's how we do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll be doing anything fucked up. Sorry I had to be at the Rose Quarter doing stuff.
It's time to go.
Wow, I hit that on point. That was dope.
Disney on Ice.
Hey, last week I was at Disney on Ice.
What are you doing this week?
Winterhawks.
It's time to go.
Hell yeah. Yo, you trying to get me on those Winterhawks tickets, dude?
It was funny. While I worked for the radio station, I could get them free all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never went.
Bye-bye, K-Pam. We'll miss you.
We'll go more into that next week.
That's true. Maybe we can get some free shit from them before they go.
I bet you I could interview all of them because they're unemployed.
Yeah. Bring them on the hype.
Hey, they didn't want to check out the show when I worked there.
Hey, we'll show them how to do a real fucking radio show.
I'm the only person who still has a radio job.
Oh,
I'm a dick. This is the Hype Podcast. My after the podcast is really short because my mouth hurts, and it's not from anything that I need to pause on. But anyway, thank you for checking us out. Shout out to our sponsor, Fortress Property Management. We're out.
Bye, Felicia.
You're so hard on yourself.